Streams of joy, good afternoon. Sorry, guys, I'm a very shy person. I'm giving this testimony to shame the devil because this testimony is overdue. In 2021, someone introduced me to NSPPD. I'm among the people who usually say, they shout. I beg, I know if it's waiting the inside. But in that 2021, I woke up one day and I decided I want to move to the UK. My dear, have you seen anybody moving to the UK with 200,000 naira in their account? I didn't have money, but I had faith in God because I was already on the altar. And you know, when Papa is always praying, the way he prays, he makes you believe that, nothing is unachievable. You now be asking yourself, if the person leading this prayer is praying and very hard, who are you that is on the altar that you cannot believe? So what did I do? I borrowed Papa's faith. And I began to hope in God. I applied for a school. I got admission. And to the glory of God, God raised people that I have not met before. Some of them in the UK, some of them in the US. See, let me tell you the truth. This is not about leveraging on your connection. This is about God sending people. They paid my school fees. I landed in the UK. When people tell you, the first year you will struggle. I did not struggle. I paid my fees within 6 months. Now, before I traveled, my elder brother didn't really want to be a part of me traveling. He said, if you travel abroad, you will not get married. Women struggle abroad. Well, I went abroad. I said, if I don't find a husband, at least let me be financially stable. I moved abroad. 1 year in, I met my husband. Yes. The first day we met, he said, I'm going to marry you. I said, see this one. And I mean, Oyibo person want to take wine my head, Niger girl. But I was also on the altar. And to be honest, in all of the prayers, my biggest prayer is a prayer of mercy. People pray, sometimes I see people, prayer of mercy raises the dead when people are sick. But for me, prayer of mercy is for favor. So I always go to the prayer. Every time there's prayer, I'm always praying. Anytime Papa is on the altar and say, women in their 30s, I will receive because I don't know how it will happen. But it will happen, Sha. 5 months in, my husband proposed. I said, okay, let's be looking at this thing. And to the glory of God, exactly 1 year we met, we got married. And the blessing for me is, because I came from a family that struggled. Like we used to eat, Hausa people would say is dankali de yaji. That's potato and pepper. We used to have it as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I really came from a house that struggled. And to the glory of God, my mom came. She was so happy. She would whisper to me, do you get? Marriage passed. I was a support worker when I met my husband because it's not to come and do masters. Sometimes you do masters, but you do small jobs to survive. And I started telling God, I cannot do masters and come and stay on this job. You need to move me to the next level. I started, my friend got a job, called me and said, babe, see, waiting there happen. See, project planning, you need to get in. I came back to the altar and I was telling God, I'm not sure I too know book like that to go and face Oyibo people and their interview, especially in I'm joining corporate. So I don't know the right word to say, but I always go back to the altar and I always pray prayer for mercy. And I tell God, you will give me the right word to say when I get there. And Papa will always declare, they will say yes to you. Protocols will change for you. It doesn't matter. Just go there first. Me, I went for my interview. People will do Zoom interview and get the job. But in my own case, they say I should come face to face. And the software they use, it's not like I really know it though, but I went there with faith. So before my interview, my father-in-law took me. By the way, my husband's family are the most fantastic people. So, so when he took me there, I turned on prayer for mercy. And he asked me, Joan, what are you doing? I said, I'm praying. He said, oh, no, girl, if you're not sure of what you will say there, prayer won't save you. I just told him that, don't worry, I need this prayer. I said that prayer. I entered for my interview. My interview went from interview to a chat. Now, we're now talking about, who I am as a person. How do I fit into a team? How do you handle difficult clients? And me, worked in mental health. I know handling difficult people is day-to-day activity. So it was a smooth sail. I landed that job. So I went from being a support worker to getting a job that had a 50,000 pounds markup. Yes. Now, while on that job, I was not telling myself, 8 months in, I said, this construction don't tire me. It's time for me to move to energy. And I was telling God, it's not like I'm being greedy, but I think I want a remote job. I want more benefit. Yeah, I was becoming small greedy. When you have God, you can ask for anything, yeah, So I did the interview. 2 weeks in, I didn't hear anything from them. So when we started the October fasting and prayer, Papa declared, I think it was on a Friday, Papa declared, they will call you before 12 p.m. Nigerian time. I say, 2 weeks, they never call me. Now they go call me 12 p.m. Nigerian time. I say, well, Papa has declared. Who are you to say no? I started praying. 11:34, I checked my phone. I saw a missed call. I called the number back. And these same people has called me to say, oh, well, apologies for not reaching out to you. We're calling to see if you are still interested in the job. I said, yes, I'm still interested. Now, it's not just the money that came with the job for me. I get a car. I'm working remotely more. I get a share in the company. Brethren, it's not about listing all the things God has done for me. For me, it's about how far I've come. Because sometimes I look at myself and I say, do I even deserve all of this? Because trust me, I know Sabi speak in tongues, but I dey pray. This altar don't change me. But if I tell you, say, my own if I want something, I will remind God, Papa is praying every morning. He comes out. How can I be shouting, what God cannot do does not exist, and things are not working for me? Since I joined this altar, it has been back-to-back miracle. Back-to-back. I'm the first graduate in my family. My sister, I've moved her to the UK. My mom travels. Doors have opened. See me now, I'm going to give people money where I dey beg people before to give me. And this is me coming here to say, what God cannot do in anybody's life, it does not exist. Papa, thank you. God will bless you. God will replenish you. You will never lack. And honestly, I join everyone who always say, may the oil on your head never runs dry. Thank you, church.